Hello dear students. In last topic we have discussed about the asynchronous counter. In asynchronous counter there is a clock pulse which is applied to all flip-flops by serial sequence. That is why that counter is called as asynchronous counter. Serial, Ripple, Mod 16 and 4-bit binary counter are the same name for asynchronous counter. In today's lecture, we are going to see about the synchronous counter. Now in this counter, the clock pulse, it is applied to all the flip-flops at the same time or simultaneously. So that is why this counter is called as synchronous counter or a parallel counter. In asynchronous counter, particular flip-flop will changes its state only when previous has also changed its state. The clock has to propagate through a chain of n flip-flops, so the propagation delay time it is getting added, and hence the action of this counter is very slow. To avoid this, synchronous counter is designed in such a way that all the flip-flops can change their state when required simultaneously. So that is, every flip-flop is triggered by the clock pulse in synchronism. So that is why this flip-flop is also called as parallel counter. The figure shows the circuit diagram of 3-bit synchronous counter. It uses 3 negative edge JK flip-flops. All the flip-flops are in toggle mode, that is, their J and K inputs of all flip-flops are connected to logic 1. The clock pulse is applied simultaneously to the flip-flops. The first flip-flop, that is flip-flop A, receives the clock signal directly, while flip-flop B and flip-flop C receives that clock pulse through AND gates. So if you see from the circuit diagram, the flip-flop A is getting the clock pulse directly, flip-flop B is getting the clock pulse with clock input as well as the output of flip-flop A, and the AND gate is connected there, so multiplication of clock pulse and output of A will be the clock pulse for flip-flop B. In the similar way, for flip-flop C, the clock input is like this, that the AND gate clock input is connected, then output of A as well as output of B, it is also connected to that AND gate. So the flip-flop C getting clock pulse that depends on output of flip-flop A as well as B and the clock input. So in this way all the flip-flops are getting the clock pulse simultaneously. Since the clock is applied through AND gate, whenever the AND gate is enabled, clock signal can reach at the respective clock input of the flip-flops. Now what is meant by enable? Whenever the AND gate gets one of its input as logic 1, that gate will be enabled, and if one of the input of AND gate is 0 or low, the AND gate will be disabled. So the flip-flops will respond in synchronization with others, avoiding the additive delay time. Now let us see how this counter will operate. By shorting the clear terminal momentarily to ground, that is to low, all the flip-flops can be cleared or resetted. So the flip-flops output of CBA will be 0, 0, 0. Now the first condition, since A and B are low, the AND gates are disabled. So the clock cannot reach to flip-flop B and C. Hence, at negative edge of first clock pulse, only flip-flop A will toggle from 0 to 1. Initially it was 0 and it will turn to 1. Thus the output after first clock pulse will be CBA equal to 001. Now for the second clock pulse, since now the output of flip-flop A is 1, the AND gate A1 will be enabled. However, with B equal to 0, the AND gate A2 will be disabled. So flip-flop C will not receive the second clock pulse. Hence, at its negative edge, only flip-flop A and flip-flop B will toggle. So A will toggle from 1 to 0 and B will toggle from 0 to 1. Thus the output will be CBA equal to 010. Now for the third clock pulse, now A equal to 0, so both the AND gates will be disabled because A output it is connected to both the AND gates. So clock pulse cannot reach to flip-flop B as well as flip-flop C. Hence, at the negative edge of third clock pulse, only flip-flop A will toggle from 0 to 1. Thus the output will be CBA equal to 011. Since now flip-flop A and flip-flop B, its output is high, so both the AND gates are enabled. So clock pulse can reach all the three flip-flops simultaneously. Hence, at the negative edge of fourth clock pulse, all the flip-flops will toggle at the same time. So A is initially 1, it will turn to 0. B is initially 1, it will turn to 0. And C initially it is 0, it will turn to 1. Thus making the output CBA equal to 100. In this way, the counter counts strictly in the binary sequence. At the negative edge of 7th clock pulse, the output will become CBA equal to 111. Now if the next clock pulse is applied, the counter automatically resets and making the output CBA equal to 000. If 8th clock pulse will be given, then the output will be 001, and after 8th clock pulse, if the clock pulse are applied, the flip-flops will proceed counting in the binary sequence, and the sequence from all 0 to all 1 will be repeated. So this flip-flop is counting total 8 clock pulse. So that is why this can be called as mod 8 counter. For mod 8 counter, 3 flip-flops are required here. So it is also called as 3-bit counter. Then the clock pulse is applied simultaneously to all the flip-flops. So that is why this flip-flop is also called as synchronous counters or the parallel counter. So in this way, the synchronous counter will work.